Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Book Club. I am Alex.
I am Pete.
And Justin is off this week. So we're going to be doing a couple of less shows, but if you want to check out regular reviews from us, you can check them out on Twitter.
Tweet it up.
Comic Book Live. We're going to have plenty of advanced reviews on there, so check that out. But we have an awesome show for you.
We do. Just real quickly, don't buy this beer.
What is it? It's Peak Organic
Brewing Company.
Nut Brown Ale. I had a Nut Brown Ale the other day.
Oh, man. Wow. What was that? Is that a new record for going blue in 30 seconds?
Yeah, pretty good, you guys. We have three great issues to talk about. We're going to talk about Green Lantern number 43, Drafted 100 Days, and number 1, and Wednesday Comics number 1. So let's kick it off with Green Lantern number 43, which is a prologue to Blackest Night. Mm-hmm. Pete, you have been a very big critic of what's going on in Green Lantern. So what did you think about this issue?
Well,
this issue, I should say, that everybody loved. Go on.
Okay, this issue of the prologue to Blackest Night. I feel like Green Lantern right now, there's a lot going on in its world. So it's an interesting move to take a time out and tell like a horror story about a creepy little kid. You know, like, hey, let's stop with the action a little bit and hear a story about the creepiest little kid who does a lot of creepy things, and then a bad guy comes along and barfs blackness on him, and then he comes back to life and he's going to be super bad creepy guy.
So you liked it?
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is a great issue. This is really incredibly well done. Take everything that Pete just said and strip the sarcasm out of it, and you have an actual review of this issue.
Wow.
I thought this was really good, really well done. It's a very disturbing, uncomfortable.
So you like the part where, spoiler, he goes back and kills his parents because you didn't believe he was evil enough? You had to be convinced that he was super evil, so kill his parents.
It's him. It's actually not even him being evil. It's him getting to his lowest point, giving up everything in life that was holding him to life so that he can embrace death. You are not sold.
No. Well, I just think that that's a crazy agenda.
One thing that I would say I really enjoyed more than anything else that made me feel very good about this issue, Doug Mankey's art is great. I was a little concerned that it wasn't, say, Ethan Van Sciver, for example, or Ivan Rice doing the art for Blackest Night, but Doug Mankey does an amazing, incredible job in here, really good. I think very on par with Steve McNiven's art, I would say. Really enjoyable. And I think Johns did a wonderful job. The Slurpees are not going to his head.
Yeah, the art's fantastic. A lot of great panels and great page setups. Very enjoyable.
Oh yeah, the layouts are excellent.
Yeah.
The single problem is the story.
No, I don't know. Creepy kid is, I don't know. I'm not.
I think John's found a good angle on this. What do you guys think? Let us know. Are you still looking forward to Blackest Night after reading this issue? More or less.
I'm glad that that's out of the way, because now I can, focus on he's just a bad guy and doing bad things. Like, that's enough for me.
Yeah, but that's not what John says. Okay, let's talk about Drafted 100 Days, focusing on what if Barack Obama was caught in the middle of an alien invasion. For those of you who haven't read Drafted, the main series, we're big fans of it by Mark Powers. Basically, exactly what the title says, aliens come to Earth, say, hey, there's a war coming, you are all drafted into this war.
What I really like about Drafted is the writing and the fact of, like, the toll it would really take on people in such a crazy, confused state of, like, hey, we're told that we have to fight for our lives. Okay, we believe that. And then it's a question of which side are we on? Are we on the good guy side? Or are we on the bad guy side? And then this is kind of focusing on the aftermath of once the battle is over, trying to piece buildings back together, life back together, and then certain people saying, forget all this, let's be renegades, and then certain people be like, let's work with these guys and help rebuild something and prepare for maybe another invasion.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised by this. You expect now everybody's throwing Barack Obama on the cover of every single comic.
Yeah, especially DDP is doing
they're going to be cheesy across the board. This doesn't really feel exploitative, and I think that's down to Mark Powers being a very good writer and doing a good job of working around this. So it really is a story about Barack Obama as a person. It's a story, as you said, of the Reconstruction after the alien invasion. There's some cheesy moments in it.
I just feel like they took a character and like, oh, we have this cool character. Why don't we just make it Barack Obama and maybe we'll sell more comics? Yeah. But I feel like they did focus on the senator thing a little bit and a couple of tie-ins and they tried to cheese it up a little bit. But all that, I feel like it is one thing, but I feel like overall the story was very enjoyable and I liked it. I thought
I was surprised. I think if you're a fan of Drafted, don't avoid it just because of the Obama tie-in.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a fan of Obama, don't buy it, but necessarily, go back, read Drafted, then go ahead and get this issue, I guess. Yeah, it's a worthy addition to the series.
Yeah, I would be surprised if like you didn't read Drafted, then you picked this up. It might be a little weird for you, but I feel like if you really enjoy Drafted, you will enjoy it.
I would love to see Bill Clinton in an issue of this.
Exactly.
I did not have relations with that alien.
Oh boy.
Good. Current humor, people. Current humor. What's going on for you? What are you reading over there?
Oh, just the old Sunday comics.
No, it's not the old Sunday comics.
Oh man,
it's the new Wednesday comics.
I just gotta say,
we've been working on my bit for 3 weeks.
I just gotta say that this is really fun. This is cool. It's something new and it's different. And I really like opening up like a giant newspaper type thing and reading the comics. It sucks that it's not as durable. It makes me a little nervous. It's a little bit more fragile. But I really like having the artwork bigger and in your face a little bit. And you really get to see a little bit more of the artwork.
I'm going to say a thing here. I think it's beautiful. It's a really nicely put together package. I wasn't crazy about this.
Oh, wow.
I feel like kudos to DC to putting it out.
Yes.
It's a really interesting project. Kudos
it's a great
to
idea.
the teams putting it together. My biggest problem is I don't feel like all of the teams really hit the actual format. What they felt like, for the most part, was one page of a comic book, but much bigger, rather than something that works as a story on its own. The best one in here, easily to me, is the Flash comic. And the reason is, here's the reason. It felt like, okay, this is part of a Sunday strip of a comic of the Flash that has just been going on, and now we are seeing the Sunday, or in this case, I guess, Wednesday, part of that strip, and also the Iris West comic as well. It's coming in the middle of the story, gives us enough information to get up to speed, and sets up things for the future. A lot of the others waste a lot of time on the hero's origins, and I feel like it's entirely unnecessary. We just don't need to know that stuff. Or it's just a random page from the middle of a comic book.
I would say the best ones are Metamorpho and Superman. Are just really good. I
like the Metamorpho one. I thought that's fun because it was very, again, in the spirit of what this is supposed to be. Yeah. It's very old-timey.
Yeah, exactly.
The Superman one, I really, more than anything, felt that was definitely a random page from the middle of a comic book. I was not crazy about that at all.
Well, I thought it was a good first page. It really sets up,
But it shouldn't be a first page. It's, if you look at a comic strip, like the Spider-Man comic strip or anything like that, it tells a story in 3 panels most of the time.
Right, that happens a lot of the time.
Yes,
but because this is going to be ongoing,
I would have loved that. I would love to see that. Where it was these big, colorful comics, but you got a bunch of panels. And I don't know. I think that would be cooler.
Yeah, it is a little frustrating that as soon as you get to some really into the world, you're done with it. It's a little too
this
fast.
This feels like a little bit of a misfire to me.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to disagree. I feel like it's enjoyable. It's fun. I do want more. There is this thing where it's not enough, where I feel like there's a lot of little pieces that doesn't make it worth it as a whole. Yeah. But so far, I'm just really in love with the idea.
Did you say pick it up?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
All right, there you go. If you have a question, you can write us at comicbookclublive@gmail.com, as previously mentioned, twitter.com/comicbooklive, popcultureshock.com/cbclub is our blog, iTunes, Comic Book Club Live, and...
If you're ever in New York City on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, we'd love to see you at the People's Improv Theater. This beer not as bad as I originally thought. It's a little better as the lower you get.
Actually, the more you drink of it, the tastier. I think I have beer goggles.